Marriage Broker Auntie presents Behind the Scenes. This is an audio series documenting the lives of happily married couples who've committed to spending their every day building healthy relationships. Growing up, we've listened to countless stories that end with meeting your soulmate, getting married, and living happily ever after. But is that all to relationships? We're here to find out more. We hope to unravel marriage through stories of real relationships. I'm your host Priyanka Bharadwaj, founder and CEO of Marriage Broker Auntie, which is a matrimonial advisory and relationship coaching service. What you're about to hear is an unscripted conversation with a couple who've graciously come forward to share their relationship story.
I'm Vidya Dasharthi and basically done my MCA in Siddhganga Institute of Technology and presently working as a lecturer in Vidya Purna Pragna PU College. Only daughter for my parents, no siblings, so pampered kid.
I'm Sagar Divakar. I'm 31 years old now, and we've been married for past 6 years. I'm the only son. Again, pampered as well. I have a small scale industry which I'm running from past 4 years. I've worked for 6 years in a small scale and a medium scale industry, and then I just thought like I'll start a own industry. After getting married, I got this guts of starting something of my own.
On today's episode of Behind the Scenes, we have Vidya and Sagar. Vidya and Sagar met at pre-university in late 2000s in Bangalore, but they only really started dating each other much later. A casual comment on Facebook led to a date at a coffee day, which soon turned into a committed relationship that was blessed by both families. So they got married in 2015, and ever since, they've been partners in crime. This couple lives in Bangalore, and they laugh and fight with the same zest. How did you guys meet?
We were classmates from our first PU, and I used to see her, she used to see me. We hardly went to college in first and second PU, so we were not in touch so much. Later on, she was doing her BCA and I was doing my BTech in Acharya Institute. We had feelings for each other. We didn't take the courage to directly talk to each other. She completed her BCA and she shifted to Siddhganga Institute of Technology.
Got it.
In Tumkur. We both even didn't know we were friends on Facebook. I lost a lot of weight, maybe about 30-40 kgs.
Yes.
And she had lost a lot of weight as well. She put up a post on Facebook. Those days Instagram didn't exist.
Correct.
So and then there was a single comment from me you've lost a lot of weight and looking
great.
Looking great. She was wearing a yellow top. So that is where it all started. We constantly got in touch with each other on Messenger. And the very next day, we started texting over the Messenger.
Right.
And after a week, we met in a coffee day.
In coffee day, and she was very nervous. So she was very nervous, very, very nervous. Both of us, for me, it is a first relationship, maybe. Yeah.
Right.
We had flings. Serious relationship or the one which I thought we have to be committed. The first question she asked me, will you be committed? Are you ready to be committed for the rest of your life? So that was her first question. I said
if you're ready for the marriage, then I will agree. Otherwise, no.
So in 2011, I lost my dad. And exactly the year after that, we had this Vaikunth Samaradhane. And the same day, I met her in coffee day. And when we were performing pujas, I showed this picture to my mom. I don't know what made me show her picture to my mom when these rituals were going on. And she readily agreed. She said, if she's the girl, and we are this stereotypical Indian mentality, very, very keen on caste and religion, right? Mom's first question was, is she a Brahmin? Before this, like I had a Muslim crush and a Christian crush. So
Basically, all put together Hindu, Muslim, Christian.
so I choose this.
That's
So nothing
awesome.
worked out, and like very very dependent on dad. Like, it was a very good relationship with my dad. Like,
Correct.
he was more of a friend.
Yeah.
So as soon as it was all of a sudden, so there was a void. Yeah, she came as a ray of hope in my life. Yeah.
Right. What did you like about each other when you initially met and like decided that you wanted to like be with each other? What did you like about each other?
Yeah, the frankness, like she spoke about her relationships and I spoke about my relationship, and
If there is a commitment, then let's move on. Otherwise,
we don't want
to get
continue.
into this relationship kind of commitments.
Got it. So you liked Vidya's frankness, and Vidya, what did you like about Sagar?
Same thing, I guess. He was also frank, and even I was
very
I was
straightforward.
frank.
Right.
So he told me about whatever his life stories, and I shared my life stories. So that's how we liked each other, I guess.
Got it. So many years later, do you guys still like that about each other? Do you still like the frankness, or what else have you started to like about each other?
We have almost the same thoughts going on in our mind. So whatever I feel about talking to, he'll be speaking already about it. So that makes us go together for more long time.
I mean, like, the wavelength matches. Yeah. One more thing, like our parents have been very supportive. I mean, like in this relationship, like, see, usually parents also play a lot of, like they must be very friendly to each other.
Families were impressed by each other's behavior or whatever the common factor the elders will know about it. No.
Got it. Would you say there are new things that you've learned about each other since you've gotten married?
Every day we'll be learning something new about each other. Like there's a lot of hidden potential in both of us. Like we will be exploring it every day. So we never we never underestimate each other. Confidence, it starts building every day. Then that is what I feel.
For an example, if he wants to start something new, or if I want a suggestion, we'll just start talking over it, and we'll come into a conclusion. Or we'll put together our ideas, and we'll let us know what is the best thing, what is the best solution for it. So that's how we create a new thing in our daily life.
That's so cool.
I have an example. When I started my factory, it's been 2.5 years since I started. She's been supporting me in all the ways. After this corona, like even my factory was closed for almost 2 months, and there was no business. And she had shifted her job to a new college. And she was out of her job for 9 months. So, we supported each other financially, mentally. Sometimes I was really down. Even now, it is not a cakewalk like running an industry. I mean, like there are a lot of ups and downs, and you need to pump in a lot of cash. And those times, like she never questions me. See, why are you doing this? Like you are taking the profit. Like you've been investing it. Like So all those things, she never asks me like anything. Like what are your plans? What are your financials? What is your financial stability? We've never talked about it. Like and she never judges me with my financial stability. See. That is one of the things. It's a very important part of a successful relationship. Times you have to be dependent on each other. We have another vehicle for factory which I had bought. Even now she pays EMIs without that car. I never thought about it.
Got it.
I thought my dad and this fellow never gets along with each other. One day he wanted some money, and he was hesitating to ask about 20,000 or something he wanted, my dad. And he asked me, do you have some money or 20,000 cash? After marriage, 3 months I didn't go to job. I was waiting a joining date or something.
Yeah.
So after that, he was hesitant to ask about it, but still he somehow made it to ask, and I asked him. He gave the cash immediately before asking, or before my dad asked him. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what made him do this? I don't know. But my dad became more closer after this incident.
Got
I
it.
mean, like
Got it.
they were running, they are running a business as well. So after Corona, like it's been very tough for all of us.
The support to my family was very important that time. So not financially as well, but mentally
Yeah,
we need
yeah.
support. And I was happy with this part of Sagar.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you sound like a really, really happy couple and, with lots of great memories. But I'm sure you guys fight. What do you guys fight about?
We don't have a particular reason to
We
fight.
just have an argument, and the argument goes with cooking.
Basically, like she was not cooking before. Like she said, like she was pampered. Like even now, like so we have a passion in cooking. Like I have another passion. Like I love cooking. Like I love making dishes. So so whatever it is, like I give a comment and she's very angry whenever she's in the kitchen. Like I go and give her, like I tell her, like you can do you could have done it like that. So that is the
You
point.
could have added some salt. You could have added some pepper to this, or could have added some spices to this. That
Right.
makes me irritate more.
Yeah. she starts shouting like Nina Madko like yeah.
When you fight, how do you normally fight? Is there a fighting style that you guys have?
Yeah, both of us we shout at the top of our voices like so even neighbors will be scared. Neighbors will be thinking like these guys are literally into blows. It's not like that.
It lasts only for 10 minutes. That's all.
Yeah.
Got it.
We both shout and we keep quiet.
There's never been a time where we haven't spoken for a day or two, like where we have
Got it.
Maximum half an hour or 1 hour. That's it.
Got it. But both of you are comfortable with each other shouting?
I don't tell anything directly. Like that is a negative point. Like what I know, like about myself. Like I keep cribbing about things. Like you shouldn't have done like that. You shouldn't have done like this.
Close up.
Prolongs it for a long time.
Do you guys ever give each other feedback about what annoys you, and like have you guys ever tried to change the way you are with each other?
Yeah. Every time we fight, we
Yes,
we
do
have
that.
a conversation later. Yeah.
The whole night he'll be talking about this. What made you feel like this? What made you feel like that? So yes, after every fight, I mean, we fight.
We analyze.
We fight once in a year or twice in a year. That's it.
What would you say is your secret to not letting these fights get in the way of building your relationship?
We talk it out. Whatever is it, like we don't hide it inside. So we just talk it out. Like, see, I don't
And
want.
we don't talk it out after a week or a month or a year or so. We talk it out by then itself.
And we
At
never-
that moment, whatever is there, we'll sit and talk it out, and we'll sort the issue. This is the secret that we follow.
And were you always like this, the two of you, where you guys would be equally invested in talking it out, or like?
It's been almost like this since the day one we met. Like that is what like helps us mitigate the conflict very soon.
If you could go back in time now, and when you were single, and tell your single self one thing about marriage that you didn't know, what would it be?
For me, it is unconditional support. Some things are there like you cannot like after a certain age, like where you cannot share it with your parents or anyone else. Some very intimate feelings like you can never share it with your sibling, your parents, like not anyone else.
Yeah.
That part, like the companionship helps us a lot.
Both of us had a lot of flings, right?
Right.
So I was scared whether he will leave me or he will ditch me at some point of time. I never felt after marriage.
Got it. When you were single, you didn't think that you'd find a partner who would accept you in spite of your past.
Yes.
I can relate to that as well. And because, I also felt that way. And I know that it's an important aspect of going into a relationship, right? How would you describe yourself as a couple?
we are like these partners in crime.
Wherever we go together.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's so true. I feel like ever since you guys got married, I've always seen the two of you together.
Yeah.
Like any event, you're equally participating. Would you have any message or anything at all to give out to people who are looking to get married?
See, don't have the stereotypical thinking about marriage. Like, see, you get married, have a kid, you be yourself. Like, just understand yourself. Like, yeah, take time.
Be frank with people, at least with the partner who is with you. And if the frankness exists in your relationship, then your relationship goes along well.
Thank you so much for this conversation. It was an absolute pleasure getting to know the two of you through this conversation.
What I learned from my conversation with Vidya and Sagar today is that marriage is much like friendship. There will be good days and bad ones. But when your relationship is built on a strong foundation of honesty, you can sit together and laugh about it all. I know quite a few people who like to put their past behind them and don't wish to bring that into their futures with their partners. But when someone accepts you for everything, including all your past experiences, the sense of security and belonging you feel in a relationship is at some other level. When you've dated for years and you're still able to acknowledge that there is something new to be learned about yourself and each other every single day, that relationship will go a long way. We wish Sagar and Vidya many more years of discovery and happiness together. Thank you for listening to Behind the Scenes. These conversations are available on the Marriage Broker Auntie channel on YouTube and Spotify. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so you can have access to future episodes as soon as they're out. Please do like and share these conversations with your friends and family. Much has been said about how we meet our partners, but very little about how we build relationships with them. So if you think this conversation could inspire someone you know, don't forget to share this with them. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter. You can also go to our website marriagebrokeranti.com, auntie with an IE, to learn more about this project and the work we do.